started. Right. I don't know if we got anyone on yet. Hello to anyone that watches in replay or that decides to join. My name's Matt with Grafted Branch Homestead. This is Garden Chat with Matt. So this is just going to be a quick 10-15 minute garden tour. I'm showing you some of what's going on this morning in the yard. And I didn't send out any notification or anything, so we'll see how that goes. There we go. I'll give it just a minute and let someone come in before we get started. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll come over here. And you might hear some loud music and stuff. It's an urban environment, and some things the city's doing I won't get into. Anywho, while I go over here, take care of something real quick. I'm gonna leave the camera here and I'll watch the little chickens for just a moment. I'll give it a minute to let anyone come in. Hey, we got someone in here. Welcome. Good to see you. Alright, I'm gonna go put this away. I'll be right back. Hey, there's the little silkies. Everybody wants seeds. We'll get everyone some seeds. Good morning. Hey, we got a few people in here. Morning, everyone. If you don't know who I am, my name's Matt at the Grafted Branch Homestead. Try and set this camera from falling over. We're an urban homestead in the southwest desert in New Mexico there. And it is definitely urban, so you're going to hear the city's lovely homeless deterrent classical music playing. But I'm just going to go about a few chores this morning, show a little bit of my garden and talk for about 20 minutes or so. I'll just show around the urban homestead. Oh, I know. Out of the way. The little silkies are running around. Look here. Look at these little silkies. They're ready for their seeds too. We'll do the switching of the chickens in a few, and we'll let the bigger ones come out. The silkies away. It looks like that classical music's kicking up, so apologize for that. Hey, you got 11 people in here. Are you guys able to chat? I don't know, I don't see any chat. Someone type something. I don't know, I have it streaming on YouTube, so. Oh, hey, alright, cool, I guess we got it. It is working. Alright, where's my pot? I need my pot. So I just got a seed mixture here and my lovely tool. And the birds get some morning seeds, so we'll give them some seeds. They enjoy it. Nope, you're not getting out. Alright, escape. Everyone's gonna go on the chicken run. Alright, guys. We got a mess in here. And change out their waters and stuff. It rained last night. We're in monsoon season here, so everything's wet and trash blew all over the yard. Yay. set this over here and we'll give the silkies some. Alright, let's start our garden here. Been checking the nesting boxes really frequently. One of the new chickens started trying to peck eggs, so I got Spice in here. Hey, morning Ed. Morning Aaron. So it won't be a long stream this morning. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I'm gonna flip this camera around. Let's see. I didn't do it. There we go. Okay, we'll start the update on the garden a little bit. Starting here. And so I'm gonna take this off actually. So what we got, this is my back. We'll start at the back and then we'll work our way around. That's what we'll do. Hey, chicken. In a minute here, I'll switch all these out. And there is some interference, so if the noise is too much, let me know. Anyways, so back here, I actually never thought I would touch this back wall. When we first moved in here, there were weeds. This whole yard was just huge weeds. So anyways, up in here we got this plant, and we got some winter gourds going there, which really excites me. There's a couple eggplants back here. We haven't really figured out how to make stuff we like with it yet. This is my cayenne, but this is the sacrificial one. This is the one I'm allowing the leafcutter bees to eat up. And they're not getting my other ones. And then we pulled a lot of weeds. This is my jungle. Alright, and so here I got crimson sweet watermelon, and I need to come support that. We're trying a lot of this vertical gardening, and it's really helping with being able to get bugs and control it a little bit better. Here I have a net on this one. This is my cantaloupe bra. So there's a rock melon, a cantaloupe. And then we got some other little funky ones growing. And some back there. So this area here is kind of melons and gourds. Got amaranth. And we're gonna make, it's the chaos garden. Here's the Jerusalem artichokes. So they haven't started flowering yet. I'm waiting for that. But they'll get about 10 foot tall and then start to flower. And then I'll be digging up roots to eat. So kind of, here we got tomatoes. These are Ozark pink tomatoes. These are delicious. Absolutely. And then right next to it we have cherry tomatoes. Now all these were grown from seed. Most of the garden was. I'll point out the ones that aren't. But pretty much everything we started from seed this year. So I'm really excited about that. A lot of cherry tomatoes. A lot of gourds and melons. And then other things back there. Okay, let's start walking around. Hello ladies. Everyone's wanting some attention. Alright. So back here are grapes. These are the Concord grapes. So these are the ones we're going to be making jams and all that with. And we're actually picking these next week. They're doing great. They're about all ready, but we're going to pick these next week along with the rest of the corn. And so they run all up and down. It's kind of hard in the camera to get stuff, but they run all up and down this wall. They do really well here in New Mexico. And then on the fence, we got several different things. There's loofah plant. I think that's what you see, these flowers here. And a little bee in it. There's a loofah there, kind of twisting in with the grapes. In the middle here is cucumbers. Well, we just harvested, so I don't think there's anything on these, but. And then sweet gourd, or kukuza. I'll stop pointing so that takes it out of focus. Hey Bob, good to see you. Garden is doing great. It is really loving this year. So one of the things I have done over the last few years, if you guys haven't gardened before, it takes, in my opinion, it takes years to get good at doing what you're doing and to establish your area. So the first year we spent digging out weeds. This whole yard was just solid weeds, and so I spent the first year burning, digging them out. Then I mixed in gravel and other things into the soil, grew sunflowers and stuff, tried to build that up with chicken compost. And then I was battling the heat, and so I worked on putting up different shade structures in different areas and using a combination of doing that and then strategic planting, using sunflowers and big things that don't mind the heat as much, trees and stuff, to block some of the sun in certain areas. And I'll point that out from here or there. That worked really well. And then this year we've been working on some of the stuff to deal with bugs. So, all right, this was my old solar box. Now it's just a junk thing. This is great. If you're building chicken coops or outlying buildings, you know, kind of around your property, no matter how far out they are, having little areas where you can tuck things if rain's coming, or put treats, or while I'm out here doing projects, whatever it may be I have in there, little areas like that are great. I actually absolutely love them. That's my favorite chicken. That's Betty. And it's kind of a mess back there. Maybe we'll go back there and take a peek real quick. This is not a really good garden tour, I guess. They're part of my garden. So they're going. Let's see, this is probably full. Yeah, pretty full. Alright, let's head in and around more garden. Hope you're doing good down there, Bob. Got a lot of rain. Hopefully your garden's doing good as well. There's my silkies. I want more so bad, but we have agreed we're not doing more projects or getting more animals here. The projects I do will be finishing up projects, you know, kind of buttoning things up and doing that type of stuff. But we do really want to get on some more land. So we're here. We got some more pepper plants. Nothing grows well here. This gets full-on afternoon sun. It has baked everything out of this box. These are doing all right, actually. Chamomile's kind of dying off now. And we're not going to go in the quail shack because it's a mess. That's my job today, is to clean in there and over here. This whole area is a mess. We'll take a peek. Hello, guys. Alright. I did want to show this. I've shown it before, but before I was filling this water by popping the lid and just dumping it in there, and that's kind of a pain. Eventually I'll have a float in there that attaches to the irrigation system, but for now I just fill this with water and click on that little pump and it fills up my bucket. Alright. Going around. We've been collecting radish seeds. We let all these radishes go to seed, and I've been collecting those. And then there's carrots in there still. These carrots do really well in this box. So these boxes are good for root vegetables. We did potatoes before, but the way I have it built like this, because you just pull these planks out, I'll put a tarp under in front of it, pull the planks out, and you just scoop everything out, get all your potatoes or whatnot. The carrots, because it's so deep and kind of a sandy soil, they grow really deep in there. They get a nice look to them. There's another loofah going here in my suka. Alright, let's see. There's a sunflower. That's about all that's over here. There's some jalapenos. I like to grow peppermint. See, everything from the storm. We had a storm, so things are kind of awry. Sorry. But I plant peppermint plant all over because it keeps away roaches. Part of the urban scene has roaches. A lot of nasturtiums. We love eating those. My wife likes those a lot. Your garden's doing better since you had shade cloths, yeah, over the bed. So much sun. Still not enough rain. That is the story in New Mexico for sure. So I have something to say. People tell me all the time, why would you garden in the desert or in New Mexico? Why would you try and do that? I'm way up here on the high mesa too, and Bob, you're even higher. I don't know. I kind of take it as a challenge. It's kind of like when I think it makes you have to gain some more skills. Now, different skills, but in my opinion, if you can do it here, you could probably do it anywhere. So you definitely have to put some thought into what you do. Okay, more carrots and stuff. The peach tree's doing good. Now, this is the first year. This peach tree I grew from pit. I say all the time, so I'm so proud of it. First year it produced a lot of fruit. Last year we only had 9 peaches. This year we have hundreds. I didn't pick them off or thin them out and or do some things like you're supposed to do. I'm learning, and I learned things the hard way. So there we go. So first fruit tree, stone fruit tree there I've grown. I've learned a lot. And so we have had some breaks. So there's a break there I'm gonna have to cut off. This big branch is broke too. I'm thinking about trying to graft something into that maybe, though, before the season's over. We've been doing things. We made a peach daddle hot sauce last night, if y'all caught that. And so yeah, we're doing a lot of things with peaches. And I think the chickens are getting drunk off the fermented peaches. All right, let's come around. And we're gonna cut across the yard and go over to the greenhouse before we go into the main garden area. There we go. Put that little fence up. We got some squirrels or something running around here. All right. So let's come across here and see. We've been pruning, and then the storm threw stuff, so it's a mess. This huge plant on the ground is a snake gourd. My original intention for it was to have it go up the suka there, but it decided not to. It's just all over the ground. That works. The corn bed here I built is a 6x10. We picked some ears off already, but a majority of it's not ready, and so I'm letting that go. I did plant it in rows versus how I did it last year, which was a little more chaos. This is excellent because I can just come in here to pick or to push them and pollinate. Fought worms a little bit too, but that's part of organic gardening. Ooh, look, here we go. So this is T row, I guess. This is where a lot of them are. So here we got a peppermint that's going good, sweet mint. This is parsley. This was supposed to be horseradish. This is parsley. That's probably not tea. I don't know if you can do parsley tea. Here we got chives. Sorry, I'm trying to read chat a little bit. 77, yeah. I need to get out to the area you're in sometime, Bob. It is my goal to get around New Mexico more. I've been kind of just stuck in my own little world most of my life, but I'd love to get over there and see. Lavender. All right, let's take a look in here. So in the greenhouse, this is going through an expansion. So it's a mess over here, but we're going to expand it out across this way. And that's because I'm going to have some trees in here. There's my avocado. This avocado is doing great. I'm really excited for this one. I have a second avocado going too now. I'd like to grow a bunch of them and get them to a kind of good size and then maybe sell or trade them for other plants. I know there's one person here locally that does pomegranates, and I'm thinking, if I can get this avocado big enough, maybe I can trade for a pomegranate. Okay, so these are calendulas. And then we got just some other things, cilantros, basils, some of Casey's things in here. This is the moringa. This one I think I'm gonna keep in the greenhouse. Peach pits. So our peach tree, I grew it from pit, but it holds a lot of sentimental value, family sentimental value I won't really go into, but so we're saving all these pits, and I'm gonna get as many peach trees going as possible. Soil improvement, yeah, that's what I've been having to do. So the first thing I did was, we had way too much of this gravel. Whoever did our front yard they filled it really full. Anyway, so I took a bunch of this and I did spread that out in the yard. I told everyone I was trying to keep it in place because they would have gotten mad at me. But I spread it into the yard, did that combination of that, perlite, and things with big tap roots like sunflowers. We planted those, and then I've just been doing chicken compost and permaculture, planting a little bit of grasses. We let those die off and whatnot, but our soil is starting to get really nice now. The thing with New Mexico, and I know you know, Bob, but it's just so dry that the air sucks all the moisture out of the soil, and then the winds will just blow all that nutrient away. So I think cover crops and prairie grass are going to be something to try out here. Solar system done. That's right, you were building that. We'll get back to the garden tour, but I know you were building your solar system. You should do, take some photos maybe or something. Oh, day trip for me. That is true. I would love to come check that out. All right, Bob. Oh, we'll talk to you about that more here. Anyways, let's get on. So I got a loofah plant in here. This one's doing good. Not nearly as good as Christina's in her greenhouse down there in Louisiana, but it's doing good. No loofahs yet. Lemongrass. Mmm. This smells wonderful. Lemongrass is easy to grow. Definitely something anyone should put. Everyone should put in their garden. So this tree is a river birch. This I bought really small. It is, everything in the garden or yard has a purpose, and this can actually be used for things as well. We got more Jerusalem artichokes over here. Sunchokes, they're kind of small. These are our hibiscus trees. We use the hibiscus flowers, lamb's ear, used for band-aids or other things, and then there's yarrow and other stuff in here. Look at my drip system kicking on. Watering the corn right now. And the corn will get a good underwater. I like that, doing it this way this year, the under irrigation versus watering it from the top, because then the pollen doesn't get all wet. It's actually watering in here too, so I'm going to move these peach beds, and it'll water everything in here now. Okay, let's go to the main garden. This tour's taking longer than I thought. I still got a few people in here. If you're still in here, give me a thumbs up if you would, or down, I guess, either way. Alright. Some yarrow. I'm dying off. I'm going to pick up to her a little bit. We got mint, thyme, rosemary, buzz buttons. If y'all haven't tried buzz button or the toothache plant, this is a must. For when there's no dentist out there, that might be beneficial, or you can't get to one right away. I was actually going to try, so last night I did a hot pepper challenge. I ate a apocalypse scorpion pepper and a ghost pepper, and I kind of want to eat one of these and see if that will numb my mouth from the capsaicin. We'll try that later. More lemongrass. Wish I could zoom this camera out. Oh well. Here is pumpkins, a couple small pumpkins. We're growing them vertically up here as well. This has been great because we've, as any gardener probably does, we battle these squash bugs every day like crazy, and by doing them like this, I can just come up under and look and see where they are and spray them, trim up the plant. We picked one pumpkin off already, and then we got this one going. A couple jalapenos, red spinach, and other leaves. These are all going to seed, and we're going to seed save and actually replant lettuce, radishes here, I believe, for the fall, along with garlic and other things. So there's going to be some empty spots and stuff, and then we're getting ready to transition into some fall things there too. So over here is a bell pepper plant. We kind of just throw bad ones down there, so hopefully the bugs and critters will get those and not the good ones. Yeah, Casey's muscadine grapes. These are for Farmer Casey. Oh, is it all muffled? Can you hear me better now? Hey, Aaron. Sorry. Hopefully that's better. Okay. And we got the walking onions. I don't think Andy's in here. I sent some of these off. I was going to see if she got them. So these are kind of little scallion type onions, I guess. They're really good. They're perennials. And they fall over and they walk. Here are my cayennes. I love cayennes. More cayennes. There's a couple that are ready. I love these. And then here are my apocalypse peppers, and a couple more are turning red now. So I ate one of these last night. Very hot. I think it said they were about 1.5 million Scovilles. Let's see, what did Aaron say? Matt, I never realized how much garden you have. So I'm trying to do square foot gardening for sure. We're on a small area, so we try and maximize it. And then that includes a lot of other problems as well. But yeah, thanks. Right next to it, I got ghost peppers. And we ate one of these last night too. That ghost pepper was super hot. They're about, I think, 1 million Scovilles. And then right next to it, I got my habaneros. Let's see if we can focus. none of these have been ready yet. But we'll try those out. And then we got a couple of the serranos. I do also plant plants in multiple places in case one gets wiped out by something. And here is mints. There's some goji berries and things. I got this net here, so it's hitting my head. I'm getting stuck in it. Look at this sunflower. Ooh. Alright, here is the bean tower. I gotta back up. I guess we'll back up and go at this row. Okay, other side of the aisle. Here we got Grappoli de Inervino tomatoes. These are from seed. Same thing here, but this one's not doing quite as well. This is one I did not plant from seed. This was our Roma, and because our Romas didn't do well from seeds, so we got a bunch of Romas going there. Paste tomatoes for canning. I always grow basil around the bases of my tomatoes for bugs. And then this is a garden Oya. This is part of desert gardening. I don't know if you guys have used these. Datil peppers are 100 to 150 on the Scoville. Okay, I'll show that plant next. Hey there, Tracy. Good morning and happy belated birthday. So these are garden Oyas. They're big old clay pots in the ground, and I fill that with water. My irrigation system does here, and that makes sure that the ground keeps water even when it's really hot. So using that and these shade structures I put up, and then where they're planted. Now my tomatoes have been here for 2 years in the middle here. Next year I'm going to turn these into beans so they can replenish the nitrogen in the soil, and the tomatoes will all go where the beans were along that back wall. But let's go on here. So we got these tomatoes, I got a kale and a cucumber, and this one actually I think has some cucumbers that are just about ready. We haven't picked them all off. Look at that. And this is the datil, sorry. This is the datil plant, our biggest one, back there and back out. And you can see it is covered in these peppers. I actually really like these peppers. So this is a city close to Bob. He was correcting me, and so I was laughing on how to say it. I know that. I don't know. It's a city out here in New Mexico. These are actually famous, I think, from Florida, though. And they believe they may have come over in the Caribbean. So there's a lot of them on here that aren't ready. I've picked most of them. But... okay. Turning around, here I got a couple jalapenos. I think we have like about 10 jalapeno plants so far. And though these plants look small, they really produce. So the jalapenos are good to pick when they're about like this. Let me see if I can find one that's cracking. I don't know if I can over here. They're on the other plant. Well, this one is a little bit. So you see they start cracking like this? If you let them continue to do that and to get all red and then pick them off and smoke them and dry them, you get chipotle peppers. So we're going to be doing some of that. And then these are bell peppers, California wonders. A lot of bell pepper plants. Alright, I gotta stand up and back out. There's another snake gourd plant. It just kind of... sorry. I hope I'm not covering that speaker again. So you can see kind of up there, it sits on the post. And I have to keep cutting it so it doesn't go over the wall and stuff. These plants are invasive. Hey, Farmer Casey's coming out. Alright, so this is the bean tower. Pole beans, green beans. Yum, yum, yum. Let's come around. There is a lavender. Huh? Hi, what's up? Farmer Casey's out here. You want to say hi to everyone? Hi. Don't pull on that, okay? You'll pull those rocks on yourself.
Actually, you keep putting your hand on the microphone so you sound muffled.
I sound muffled, I know. I'm trying to stop that. Datil peppers introduced in St. Augustine, Florida. Alright. A long time ago. I know. So this is actually good right now. If you were going to eat the sunflower head, while these are white like this.
Like this?
Well, not those. You'd scrape them off. Don't do that now, though.
The seeds?
We're going to let it go for seed.
Don't I make it like a little bit it's not hardened?
Mm-hmm.
So you can eat it like pumpkin seeds?
What's over here, Case? I don't think there's any ready. I think you ate them all. These are our strawberries.
Strawberries, but This one's been going pretty well. See, it has 2 growing and one that's flowering. This one hasn't been growing that much.
Not as much? And then another lavender. Alright, let's go over here real quick. It is packed full. Okay, so over here we got some more lemon basil. There's okra. This is a seed okra. And then back in there, I don't know if you can see, there's a raspberry plant and this blackberry that's doing really well. Blueberries don't grow well here. We've tried for years to get blueberries to grow, and I think there's just not enough moisture. I also think the soil isn't quite as acidic. So I was trying some things with amending the soil and adding some compost I had made that was more acidic, trying to get those to grow. So both the peach tree and the blueberries got the more acidic compost, hoping that would work. The peach tree's done great. The blueberries have all died. I think we maybe got 1 blueberry and then they all died. The blackberries are doing good. What you see in front of you that looks like this huge fern, hey Mr. Landfill, the famous farmer Casey, yep. Oh, awesome, you have a good one there, Bob. Thanks for showing up. I'll get a hold of you. And so these here are asparagus, and this is the first year growing them, so we want to let them grow and get real big and established before we start eating them. Also, I'm going to let them stay like this. I'm not going to cut them down this year. They're going to be some ground cover, give some buggies some space and stuff. There's more calendula, and we are almost done with the garden tour. But calendula. So in here is where we had all our zucchinis. Didn't do as hot. We did get some, but the squash bugs really wiped this out this year. Next year we just need to strip them of their leaves for the most part, and we'll show that. But I'm going ahead and fill this bed up a little bit more and get it ready for garlic, which will go in kind of soon. And then in front we'll do the fall lettuces. So okay, there's something else going there. Over here we got chard. There's rainbow chard. It's still going good. More volunteer chamomile back there. And then there'll be more lettuces in these front beds. There's still some things going. Over here we got okra. So purple and regular okras are going. There's like bean plants and stuff crawling up in the back and other things too. But tomatillos, I don't know if you've ever grown those. They look like little green tomatoes. And we'll use in some salsa. And then we got sage. And in here are a combination of a cucumber plant, some beans, there's a cherry tomato plant over there, and jalapenos. And a couple other things. Over here, and this should about conclude it for all of you who have stuck with it. These are some other plants. So here I think this is another Ozark pink. And then basil on the bottom again. This one has cucumbers mixed in. So there's cucumber plants running all up and down this trellis. And this is the Ozark pinks again. I think that might be all that's in this spot. Sure. Tomatoes. We didn't have any of our beefsteaks survive this year. So kind of sad. Alright, I think that's the majority of it. I probably missed things, I'm sure, but I'm going to back out, over to the greenhouse, chat for a second, and we'll say goodbye. We always want to shut the gate. We've had a skunk in here. Alright, so I'll walk around here. Whew, don't want to step in that. I'm going to flip the camera around. Hey, we still got 12 of us, look at that. Alright. Well, thank you everyone for taking my little garden tour with me. Aaron and Bob and Tracy and Mr. Landfill, Spice. Let's see, who else have we had in here? I know I missed comments. Everyone that's lurking there. Hey, we had a Beverly Rossman. Hello to everyone. And we're going to be heading out here. I got a lot to do today. I do have work as well. Let's try and set this here real quick. So next week's gonna be a little funny. I either am not gonna do my Saturday night live stream because I work, or I might do something in the day a little bit, or a video. And then next week I'm going to be going to a farmer's market, so I might try and record or live a little bit of that Sunday. We'll see. Anywho, y'all have a great one. Get out there this week. Go at the week with purpose. Give a little thought to what you do. Prepare for a better tomorrow, right? We'll see you guys. You have a good one. Have a blessed day.